Hello, and welcome to another episode of our series. Today, we're going to be taking a look at amazing goals that didn't matter. But before we get started, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe for more. Let's begin. The first match of our compilation was played in September of 2015. It was an away match between Athletic Club and FC Barcelona. The Lions took the lead through a penalty kick by Rivalries in the 7th minute. Barcelona would equalize in the 38th minute through a Messi strike. The goal wasn't anything special, though, just a regular old penalty kick. In the 62nd minute, Barcelona would take the lead thanks to a beautiful long-range strike from Ivan. And then in the 73rd minute, Messi would score again, this time with a gorgeous free kick that seemed to have given Barcelona all 3 points. But no, Athletic would equalize once again in the 83rd minute through a header by defender Carlos Guerrero. And 5 minutes later, they actually took the lead again through yet another header, this time by midfielder Mikel Rick. With only 2 minutes left on the clock, Messi would complete his hat-trick with a tap-in that seemed to have saved a point for the... But Athletic Club would respond just 2 minutes later with yet another header by fullback Yuri. This time, it wasn't enough, as the referee blew the final whistle shortly after. Final score, 5-4. Athletic Club won a match that they probably never should have. And even though Messi scored 3 goals, it didn't matter because his team dropped all 3 points. Our next match was played in December of 2015. Sevilla hosted Espanyol at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium. And early in the match, Sevilla took the lead thanks to a strike by Yevon. It didn't take long for them to double their lead, as just 4 minutes later, Vicente Ibarra would head home across from Konoplyanka, who was involved in almost every attack for Sevilla. Things would get even worse for Espanyol, as in the 36th minute, Sevilla would add a 3rd goal, thanks to a close-range strike from striker Kevin Gam. 1 minute later, it would be 4-0 as midfielder Gerzager's Krykowiak headed home a corner kick from Espanyol would pull one back in the 58th minute through a goal by Sergio Garcia. But it wouldn't be enough, as Sevilla would add 2 more goals. One by Adel Rami and another by Kevin Gam, making the final score 6-1. Even though Espanyol pulled one back late in the game, it didn't matter, as they had conceded 6 goals by that point. Our next match was played in March of 2016. It was an El Clasico between Real Madrid and FC Barcelona. And even though Barcelona won the match, it didn't matter because Real Madrid still won the league. The match began very aggressively, with both teams looking dangerous in attack. In the 11th minute, Messi broke the deadlock with a beautiful individual goal, where he went past several defenders before sliding home into an empty net. Just 7 minutes later, Suarez doubled the Blog Runners' lead with a powerful strike from inside the box. Madrid was stunned and were unable to respond as Barcelona went into the halftime break with a 2-0 lead. In the 53rd minute, things got worse for the hosts, as Sergio Ramos received a straight red card for a bad challenge. Despite being down to 10 men, Madrid would pull one back in the 62nd minute thanks to a strike from substitute Gis Rodriguez. Barcelona would respond in the 71st minute as Neymar Jr. added the 3rd goal for the visitors. Madrid would pull one back yet again through a penalty kick by Cristiano Ronaldo in the 85th minute. And they would equalize 2 minutes later thanks to a header by defender Pepe. But it wasn't enough, as the referee blew the final whistle shortly after. Final score, 4-3. Barcelona won a match that really didn't matter. Our next match was played in January of 2017. It was an away match between Real Sociedad and FC Barcelona. The first half was pretty boring until the 43rd minute, when Barcelona took the lead thanks to a Messi penalty kick. 3 minutes later, they would double their lead through a great strike from Luis Suarez. Just before halftime, Sociedad would pull one back through a goal by but Barca would respond right after the restart, as Messi would add his 2nd goal of the match in the 47th minute. The goals kept coming in the 54th minute. Sociedad would pull one back yet again. And just 2 minutes later, Messi completed his hat-trick. With the score at 4-2, Sociedad would throw everything they could at Barcelona. And in the 73rd minute, their efforts would pay off, as they would add another goal through a strike from Willian Jose. 2 minutes later, Barcelona would respond and add another goal of their own through a strike from Paco. With a score at 5-3, Sociedad would add two more goals, one by Juanme and another by Alci, but it wouldn't be enough as Barcelona held on for the win. Final score, 6-4. Even though Barcelona won, their performance was far from convincing, and they were lucky to come away with all 3 points. Our next match was played in November of 2017. It was an away match between Girona and FC Barcelona. Barcelona dominated possession throughout the match, but they were unable to find the back of the net. On the other side, Girona were very dangerous on the counterattack, and they took the lead in the 12th minute through a strike from striker. Barcelona would respond in the 61st minute thanks to a Paulinho strike, and just 8 minutes later, they would take the lead thanks to a Messi penalty kick. It seemed as though Girona had done enough to earn a point against the but in the 89th minute, they would concede a penalty kick that was converted by Messi, making the final score 3-1. Once again, Barcelona won a match that really didn't matter. Our next match was played in February of 2018. It was an away match between Malaga and Real Madrid. The first half was pretty uneventful with not much happening at either end. Things would change in the 55th minute as Madrid took the lead thanks to a Karim Benzema. Just 4 minutes later, they would double their lead thanks to a Toni Kroos strike. In the 65th, Malaga would pull one back through a goal by midfielder Andrés Zatorre. Madrid would respond in the 82nd minute as Marco Asensio added the third goal for the visitors. In the 86th minute, Malaga would pull one back yet again through a penalty kick by midfielder Juan. And 2 minutes later, they would make it 3-3 with a header by defender Diego. Despite dominating for large portions of the match, Madrid dropped to crucial points against a struggling Malaga side. Our next match was played in May of 2018. It was an away match between Alaves and FC Barcelona. The first half was pretty uneventful with not much happening at either end. Things would change in the 51st minute as Barcelona took the lead thanks to a Luis Suarez strike. In the 64th minute, Alaves would equalize through a strike from striker John. It seemed as though both teams were happy to settle for a draw. But in the 85th minute, Barcelona would take the lead thanks to a Messi strike. 5 minutes later, Alaves would equalize yet again through a strike from Victor. Despite dominating possession, Barcelona dropped to crucial points against a struggling Alaves side. Our next match was played in March of 2019. It was an away match between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. The first half was pretty uneventful with not much happening at either end. Things would change in the 51st minute as Madrid took the lead thanks to a Casemiro strike. In the 69th minute, Atletico would equalize through a Coke strike. And in the 72nd minute, they would take the lead thanks to a Sol Nega strike. Madrid would respond in the 80th minute as Karim Benzema would equalize for the hosts. But Atletico would respond just 4 minutes later as Alvaro Morata would add the fourth goal for the visitors. In the 88th minute, Madrid would pull one back yet again through a Sergio Ramos strike. But it wasn't enough as the referee blew the final whistle shortly after. Final score, 4-3. Despite dominating possession, Madrid dropped all 3 points to their city rivals. Our next match was played in June of 2020. It was an away match between Real Sociedad and FC Barcelona. The first half was pretty uneventful with not much happening at either end. Things would change in the 58th minute as Barcelona took the lead thanks to a Messi penalty kick. In the 63rd minute, Sociedad would equalize through a Porto strike. And just 5 minutes later, they would take the lead thanks to a Willian Jose strike. It seemed as though Sociedad had done enough to earn all 3 points. But in the 71st minute, Messi would equalize for the visitors. With the score at 2-2, Sociedad would push forward in search of a winner. And in the 86th minute, they would be awarded a penalty kick, which was converted by making the final score 3-2. Despite dominating possession, Barcelona dropped all 3 points to a struggling Sociedad side. Those were some amazing goals that didn't matter. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. See you next time.